Penny vodka, the Italian dish.
Oh.
I thought it was a vodka brand.
No.
Penny
Oh,
Alla
like-
vodka.
Penny
Yeah.
vodka, like
It's not
the
penny
pasta?
vodka.
Penny Alla vodka. Well,
So-
you can call it.
is that what's
you
for
can call
lunch?
it penny vodka.
So like
I don't think you can.
big Penne is like selling ads on Instagram now, or buying ads
This
on
ad
Instagram.
looks delicious. It is penny Alla vodka.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You got chicken or no?
I don't know. Not with my penny vodka. It's all about how al dente you can make the.
It's Alla vodka. Fine.
I say penny vodka. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're wrong.
It's a fine. I'm sorry.
You can casually.
Spaghetti linguine, all the same. Not really.
Can I ask you guys a question about Amazon really quick? Because I have
The rainforest, or
yes, the rainforest.
I love that place.
You love the
The
Amazon
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, it's great.
Tell us about it.
You know, it was like this rainforest, pseudo rainforest in the Sawgrass Mills Mall. It was very big. And, you know, you would hear like animals and birds
Disney Springs,
chirping.
He's right.
It was very
how
cathartic.
about the lightning show?
Decent food, the
That's
show. I mean,
What
good
was it?
service.
You
All I
thought
got for
at
you.
the Rainforest
Good
Cafe, wow, this is cathartic.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
We should go
I
together
like
one day,
animal
Stugotz.
sounds. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I like the
Me,
bar
you,
stools at
Tony.
Rainforest Cafe.
they look like animal legs and
Yeah.
butts. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try to get
You
the
guys are
zebra.
gonna get there. We just got to it first.
Zebra's funny.
No.
What was
Anyway,
your question?
Yeah. So my
Oh, so
question was
Amazon rainforest,
not
go
the
ahead.
rainforest. So like I like when I buy things on Amazon. I have to admit I was at some points in the show felt like it wasn't needed, so I was buying a pooper scooper because I needed that. So I have a question. When I'm shopping, I like to see that it's on sale. I don't care. Like I will go to one that I think I'm safe. Even if there's like one that's $19.99 and another one that's $19.99,
Right.
I'll lean towards the one that's $19.99 with the $24.99 and a little line through it. You know what I mean? Because it makes me feel like
course,
You just like to see the red number.
I feel like I'm getting a
everyone does
deal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always go to like the grocery store and I'll see like what thing is on sale. And
Those
I'll
are
pick
fake
that.
sometimes.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's
They're
more
often
expensive
fake,
than if I
yeah.
just got the one that I was gonna get.
No, sometimes
I'm a
if you
sucker
lift
for a
you
sale.
lift up the sticker and you see that's the exact same price, it just doesn't say sale on top.
I love finding stuff on sale when I'm getting groceries. It's the best.
But sometimes it's not, is what I'm telling you. You have to have like an inventory in your head of what things actually
You've done
cost.
this? You've peeled off the top sticker?
I've
to
seen
see-
it on
Just
the
gotta take a
internet.
look.
I've gone and I've looked and I've
seen
been like,
that on the internet.
oh,
Very sketchy.
no, if you do it, you'll find it's the same price. I've actually done it and seen that it's the same price. I also tell you, like when I worked in retail, everyone always assumes on Black Friday, it's like, oh my God, this is the cheapest this is ever going to be. And a lot of times it's the exact same promotions that were going on before. They just changed the signage. Like, oh my God, I need to get it. And it's like, is this price last week? And next week it'll be the same price.
Consumer psychology, fascinating, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how they lay out the supermarket. You do the healthy stuff at the very beginning. Most people configure the vegetables on the front end. There's a whole thing to it. I also saw that on the internet. Yeah.
Tony saw a documentary about it on TikTok.
No, I read a book about it actually. Yeah,
did
in
not
my
read a
marketing
book
class
about
in
it.
college, they like talk about consumer psychology.
So you didn't read a
it.
book about
I
that.
didn't read
You-
it. No,
it
I
was a-
cheated off of somebody else's paper, but I read
Attaboy.
MDC. Let's go Sharks.
that. FIU actually. Pulls up.
I
Oh, really?
listened to a audio documentary about the Tylenol murders. Do you guys remember that in the
No.
80s?
No.
Really? Stugotz, I actually thought you would have remembered this.
No.
People that took Tylenol and then died, and someone was putting cyanide tablets in Tylenol at grocery stores, and like 8 people, I think, in Chicago. Maybe I only know this because it was in Chicago.
Isn't this no? I actually
myopic.
I think this is a
It was a national
no. This was a thing, and I remember
I was
learning
afraid of Tylenol when I was a little kid.
learning in school that this was sort of like the number one example of crisis communications. Because Tylenol, like the CEO came out and said, I'm taking every pill off the shelf. We're going to take it all back. We're going to examine all of it, and we're going to fix this. And then people eventually had their confidence restored in Tylenol.
And I think
It's
that's
sort
when
of-
they added those like seals to
Yeah.
pill bottles or
it
something.
became like a lesson.
Tamper-proof stuff.
How
That's
to
very
market
difficult
products.
to recover from, though, right? I
But
mean,
Death, yeah, undefeated.
yeah, 8 of them.
Tylenol has recovered, I think. They're pretty
I think they're doing
massive.
all right.
Yeah, I mean they were back in number one in that
But-
department very, very soon thereafter.
Death has been defeated.
They never caught
Attaboy,
the
Mike.
person who did it.
Third eye open.
People flatline and come back. DeMar Hamlin.
The
defeated
priest.
Look,
Kiefer
Christian
Sutherland. Yeah.
Mhm.
They never caught the person who did it, and now with DNA evidence, they think they're finally going to catch them 40 years later.
Really?
So the story continues. I thought it was fascinating.
I don't remember it. I mean, I'm not doubting that it was a national story, but I don't remember that story at all.
Were you an aspirin family?
No, I was at the Rainforest Cafe.
I was.
Yeah, where troubles go away.
Did you go to the
Cathartic.
T-Rex? So the Rainforest owns like this T-Rex restaurant that's basically just a prehistoric rainforest cafe.
In Disney Springs?
Yeah, I went to
I've
it
been
with
to
my
it. It's
daughter.
good.
Yeah, good mixed drinks.
Yeah.
But they have like a meteor shower.
Yeah, which is like way too soon. We've talked about this. It was way too soon. There's no need to throw that into the mix
65 billion years.
because you know what's going to happen.
It's a spoiler alert for me.
dinosaurs,
What happens?
You know what happened to the dinosaurs?
No.
I won't tell you.
It's like if they had a deforestation shower at Rainforest Cafe. I am with you, Billy. It's a little insensitive.
What did we learn today?
Nothing.
I think we learned that Brock Purdy is better than Trey Lance.
We learned about the Tylenol murders.
I think we learned we spent too much time on Brock Purdy.
We did. We didn't even talk about how people got upset with the Empire State Building.
Oh my God, I wanted that. That was gonna be my funniest thing. They
You
made.
picked something
Why didn't,
else.
yeah, why
know,
didn't you make it your
Because
funny
then I was thinking about New York, and then I thought of James Dolan, which I thought was also.
They made it
funny.
Eagles colors.
We hadn't talked about.
I
James
wanted to
Dolan
get
yet.
there when you were talking about Wrexham and spoiling results. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can just look up at the Empire State Building now.
They colored the Empire State Building green for the Eagles, and then they changed it to red for the Chiefs. So it was probably some deal with the NFL or
Equal
something
time,
beforehand. But
right?
New York Giants fans obviously were pissed.
Same
They
colors
should be
as-
though. That the Empire State Building is in New York City, and Philadelphia is hated by most of New York
The
City.
Giants aren't even in
course.
New York City.
That's true.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
know,
Giants.
but you can't go with the
Most
Philadelphia
of the players don't
Eagles.
even live in New York City.
But you know this, Jess. Like you cannot go Philadelphia
it's
Eagles on the
terrible.
Empire State. You can do Kansas City, no one will care. You can't do Philadelphia. You can't do Boston.
Did they give
You
any?
just can't do it.
Did they give any forewarning that the Empire State Building was going to be lit
No.
up in the colors of the teams that won
Oh,
the
they
NFL
might
championship
have. I
games?
have to double check. So the Empire State Building's been doing the Empire State Building's for sale. They've been doing this for years. So Notre Dame played at Yankee Stadium in 2018, and they colored the Empire State Building Notre Dame colors
Right.
for Notre Dame. And I remember
But
tweeting.
it was in New York.
Right.
This had nothing to like. New York,
Right. Well,
sit
I'm
it
saying
out,
like
okay?
teams
you have nothing to do
and
with this.
leagues and different things, they pay for this sort of advertisement, and then the Empire State Building tweets it out, and then sometimes it goes viral and it's a big thing. And I only knew about this because when they did it for Notre Dame, I tweeted about it, and like these assholes on Twitter were like, "That's not for Notre Dame. Like you're so obsessed with yourself and blah blah." And then I was like, "No, they literally tweet every night why they are a certain color. That's like their shtick now." So when I saw that they did it, I was like, "This is their shtick. They probably make money off of it."
No, but Billy, I think they've been
Commercial
sitting
real
on that
estate,
green for a long time,
it's
thinking,
hard.
"Hey, we'll use it on the Jets," and they've never had the opportunity.
They
So,
have done it. I think they have done it for the Jets.
Why?
That's a good question.
They had that one win,
Butt
remember?
fumble game, maybe?
Yeah, the win.
We also learned that Grant Long choked a guy.
and
I already forgotten about that.
and only got a 1-game suspension for it.
Mhm.
The NBA used to be a lot different.
Yeah.
I can't believe Mike sure thinks you have to do a spoiler warning for a soccer game that
No,
happened in
that
real life.
it's ridiculous.
I can't believe he hasn't gotten work done. I mean, he lives in Hollywood. He's in show business.
Although I will say, I
That's
was
true.
on
He's lying.
a text thread with Zach Harper and Amin El-Hassan because we talked about Welcome to Wrexham on the Aubrey Plaza episode that we did way back in August. And so I knew that they're interested. And Amin goes, "Don't tell me what happens. You'll ruin season 2 for me."
What?
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
tell
going
him?
to text him right now.
No, I didn't. Although I did, like, we were sort of, Zach Harper and I spoke in code because we were both watching the game. But even Zach was like, I don't know if I want to be watching this sporting event right now. I guess National League football is anonymous enough that you could theoretically avoid it, right? You could have, like, I have an app with like every score in every game ever played in any soccer game all over the world. So I know what the National League table looks like right now.
It sounds overwhelming.
But I don't
Okay.
have to I mean, I don't look at all. I don't know what's going on in the top flight of Kazakhstan football, but I could if I wanted to. You know, I can look up where Wrexham is in the table right now. I can tell people where Wrexham is in the table right now. But it's just happening over there enough to where people who really like the show can just avoid it.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have to know what's going on, and you can actually walk into a thing about a sporting season with a sense of surprise. And so when SportsCenter does a whole segment, as they did this morning, they did 3 minutes this morning on Wrexham, and I was looking at the TV going, what is happening? Like, I couldn't believe that it command. And I know that ESPN has the rights to the FA Cup, so maybe that's why they did that. But it was also Conference Championship Monday, and they did 3 minutes on Wrexham. I was stunned.
You want a Messi update?
Yes, please.
I'll give you a Messi update. Inter Miami and Messi's camp met last week. Inter Miami still feel like they have a good offer on the table and still feel very much like they are in this. I think the Messi camp is now reconvening over in Europe, possibly to make a decision. Inter's timetable is that they just need to know before the season starts.
Which is February 25th.
Yeah, I also think that PSG can wait it out a little bit. Every timeline that I'd heard for years leading up to this point was that he was going to make a decision in January. Maybe it's not that easy of a decision, but
the only reason why I think because you can sign a pre-contract with another team. I don't know if you can do that after January closes.
Yeah,
I don't know what the window is to get that done.
Yeah, so I would say we're closer to a decision being made, but once again, this isn't about being right if he holds up an Inter Miami jersey or a PSG jersey. I was just trying to tell you that Inter Miami feel very confident that they're in these talks, and serious conversations continued on through last week. Whether you think that the Messi camp is using an MLS team as a stalking horse to leverage something out of PSG, I would tell you that if you were just purely financially motivated and you wanted a stalking horse, I wouldn't go to MLS for it. Miami's offer is a big one, and it's all-encompassing. There's an ownership stake involved, as it's been reported. I can confirm all that, so we'll see what is being decided. But Inter Miami's still very much alive in these conversations for the greatest soccer player ever.
Which is ridiculous.
It's absurd.
It's crazy.
Because it's Pele.
See you, Gary.